Hello everyone, welcome to LeetCodes, and in today's video we will discuss LeetCode question 2576 that says find the maximum number of marked indices. So here you are given one integer array nums and you need to find a pair of I and j where that are unmarked indices, and secondly twice of nums of I should be less than equal to nums of j. So if you find this condition in an unmarked indices, then what you can do, you can simply mark both the index I and j, and at the end you need to return maximum number possible of such marked indices in the nums array using this above operation. So for each I and j, if this property is satisfied and they are unmarked, we can mark it, and at the end we need to return maximum number of marked indices from the nums array. Okay, so if you take a look at this example, so here the index, let's take I as at here at the index 2, and you can point j to either 4 or 5 because twice of this nums of I is what 4, so you can take either this 4 or 5, correct? So yeah, by that using 2 and 4, let's say 2 and 4, you can mark two indices, correct? Now if you take a look at 3, you can take nums of j with a value less than with a value greater than equal to 6. That means this now, because nums of I is what 3, so yeah, but that is not there, so no more further answer is possible. Same for 4 and 5. So here in this nums array we can only mark two elements, that is either 2 and 4 or 2 and 5. Got it? Now if you take a look here, so here in this nums array, if we can mark 2 and 5, right? This satisfy both the condition, these as well as they are unmarked. Initially all are unmarked, correct? And another is 9 and 4. So that's why there are two pairs possible, 2 and 5 comma 4 comma 9. That's why all the four numbers of this nums array can be marked, so we written 4. If you take a look here in this third example, that here the smallest number is 6 and twice of 6 is what? 12. 12 is present? No. So for this 6, 12 is not present, then we don't need to check for 7, 8, 8 as well. Our answer won't be there surely. So yeah, we written 0 as our answer. Okay. So some things are clear from here, that let's say if you have some elements, let me write it down something like this. If you have numbers like this 8, 6, 2, 4, okay, and you need to find pairs of nums of I comma nums of j, then one thing is clear, that you need to do some sorting. See, like 2, 4, 6 and 8. Why? Because once you sort, then it is easy to find pairs, because for let's say for each I, its j value will be always in the right, j in right, correct? And this j this for each I, so for let's say for this I, j will be in the right, correct? Okay, simple as it is. So yeah, sorting is the one thing that we need to do. Now another thing is, let's say if you take 2, 4, 6, 8 for this same example, if you take I is here and you find j is here, now is 2 comma 4 a possible pair? Yes, 2 comma 4 is possible pair, so let's just mark it. We mark both 2 and 4. Now for next I is here and j is here. Now 6 comma 8 is possible pair? No, this is not possible pair, because 6 into 2 is what? 12. So we need to find any element that is greater than equal to 12, correct? So yeah, in this case, at first sight you will written 2 as our answer, but is this answer correct? No. What is the best possible pair? 2 comma 6 and 4 comma 8 is the best possible pair. As you can see, by taking these two pairs, we can mark what? We can mark 4 numbers or 4 indexes. So that's why we need to make efficient number of pairs, efficient pairs, correct? Now another thing to observe here is, let's say you have numbers like n1, n2, n3 up to n. That means you have n numbers. So from this n numbers, how many I and j pairs are possible? Maximum ij pairs, how many are there? There are n by 2 maximum I and j pairs are possible, correct? Simple as it is. Okay, so what we can do is, see, if you have n1, n2, n3, n4, n5, n6, let's say you have 6 elements, okay, and these are sorted. These are what? Sorted. So how we can and one thing, how we can generate n by 2 pairs? So we can generate n by 2 pairs if n1, n4 are correct pair, n2, n5 are correct pair, and n3, n6 are correct pair. If you make this type of pair, n1 and n4, n2 and n5, n3 and n6, then you will get best possible answer. Okay, see, making a pair side by side, if it is possible, then also it won't give you best answer. Here the best answer is not possible. You have to take the mid element. Let me explain you this again with some example. Let's say this is a sorted array, 2 4 6 8 10 12. Correct, this is your sorted array. I have sorted this. Now you try to make some pairs. So is, see, 2 comma 4 is also possible pair, then now 4 is taken, then 6 comma 12 is another possible pair. Okay, so if you take this type of pair by finding the first adjacent or first right element towards the right, means first possible pair from right. Okay, like taking I here and taking G here, then I here, then next possible pair. So if you do something like this, then you won't get best possible answer, not best answer. So in order to get the best possible answer, you need to make pair something like this. For this, you need to make 2 comma 8, 4 comma 10 and 6 comma 12. You need to make efficient pairs. Now one observation you need to make here is, in order to get maximum number of pair, you have to pair the first element with the mid element, the second element with the mid plus 1 element, and the third element with the mid plus 3 element. So this is how you need to make a pair. Correct, you need to search for pair in this way. So let's say now if you have something like this, 2 4 6 8 9 10 11 12. So if you have something like this, and as I told you that you will start making pair from the mid. So let me also give the indices 4 5 6 7. Okay, 0 to 7 indices. So this first element we will try to make a pair with this 2 comma 9. If it is it possible pair? Yes, it is possible pair. Then we will try to make pair like with 4 and 10. If it is it possible pair? Yes, it is possible pair. Then we will check for 6 and 11. Is it possible pair? No, it is not possible. Then we will check again we will check for 6 and 12. Is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. So for each I, we try to check from mid plus I, we try to check if it is possible. If it is not possible, then we will check for mid plus I plus 1. We will do this. Then again mid plus I plus 2. Okay, for each I we do this. Okay, and so let's say if for mid plus I plus 2 we got our possible pair, then this is we found our pair. Then what we will do, we will do I plus 1 and check for mid plus I plus this what was initially. So let me term this as previous. Okay, and we will simply what do, we will simply increment our previous plus plus. So this is the last element that we check from the right. Then for the I plus 1 we simply just do previous plus plus. So I hope you guys understood the basic approach, that for each I which we try to match with the mid plus 1 to form the maximum number of pairs as possible. I hope you guys have understood the intuition as well as approach. The first intuition was to sort it. It is a very basic intuition. And second thing is how to form pairs. So we need to form pairs with the help of this, with the matching the I element and the mid element. So J would be this, mid plus I. So this is how we need to form pairs to get best possible answer. Now let's go on to the coding part, where we will discuss the code for this. So initially I sorted all the elements. Then I took the index, that is the starting element, and as I told you that we will try to match with the mid. Okay, now if it is possible that this index into 2 is less than equal to mid, we simply increment our index, because we found one pair for I and J. Okay, now the second, now if this is not the case, then we don't do anything, and we simply do mid plus plus. We don't do anything, we remain index at we don't change the index and mark it as it is. So this was the case for this 6. As you can see, the 6 comma 11 is not a pair. Then at that time we didn't incremented our index. We don't do this when we don't find pair, and we check for another element towards the right and try to find pair for 6 and 12. And the same thing we did here, 6 and 12, we do this. Correct? So yeah, I hope you guys understood the code for this. And at the end we return index into 2, because the total pairs form would be index times, and yeah, how many elements are there into all in these pairs. So to find total elements, we just multiplied by 2. So yeah, that's why we did this. And yeah, I hope you guys understood now the coding as well. It is very much simple here, nothing complex. And you're not talking about the time and space complexity. The time complexity for this code is big O of n log n. As you can see that we are doing sorting here. And for the space complexity is big O of 1. We are not storing anything, just simply using integers. So yeah, the space complexity is big O of 1 and time complexity is big O of n log n. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you have guys any doubts related to this question, then let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.